Hey, what is happening, everybody? Ish Daily Ish. I am back with another one of my Madden 15 Ultimate Team reviews, and today I've got one of my favorite players in the game, the Jamaal Charles. I have got the 94 version this time. You know, I've used the 91 a lot in the past, so we're going to see if that 200k or whatnot upgrade is worth it for this card. I mean, you know, you get like one more speed on it. There's not really a ton of upgrades. You're going to get a couple more on his carry, which is going to be nice. I didn't have a huge fumbling problem with him, but I know some people did the way you run them. You know, the stamina is still 94 on each, and that one's kind of a bummer for me. I get a couple more on the spin move, and you know, if you watch my stuff, that's my move. You know, that's the one I recommend. I know the juke move looks kind of cool, and some of those back jukes look cool, but as far as performance based, the spin is the one that's going to keep you with your momentum. You know, you're not going to lose the speed as much, you know, so I use that one, you know, most dominantly, you know, as far as any of those moves to elude. And here we go, a couple clips that are just straggler ones. And the first play I get of this game, and, you know, just shakes the first guy, you know, he's got like butter on him. And Jackham, you are never catching me. Get real, buddy. And that's what you're going to get out of him. Again, I mean, to me, the high elusive backs in this game are better with my style, obviously, than the truckers. Because the trucking, you know, you might get a guy over, but you're going to fall down normally. With the elusive guys, they're going to hit you, they're going to slide off, and you just keep on going. You know, that's just me from my style. That's where I prefer to have. And a lot of times I'll do a spin move just to straighten up. You know, right there, I'm not necessarily, you know, eluding the guy right away, but it allows me to get up the field quicker. You know, those guys are on the outside, whereas if you don't use that, you know, your run's going to carry you too far. And with this guy, you know, I have taken some big hits with him, as you'll see in a couple of these, and, you know, I hadn't really had, he hasn't dropped the ball yet since I've had him, which is, I don't know, 10, 12 games so far, you know, off and on. But that, again, wasn't a huge issue for me before. It just depends on where you run the guy. You know, these are how the inside runs I will do on him on occasion. It's basically just taking one, turn it in. And that's some of the stuff I really like about this card. I feel like I have some of the best control with him out of any of the guys. You know, when you're trying to move, cut up, and all that, you know, especially without making an actual playmaker type move, he has pretty good control on him. You know, I mean, this game when I went to, again, the newer systems, that was one of the things that definitely was tougher to get used to. Hey, look at this guy. He don't even have Freddie B, and he pulls Freddie B screen on me. He ran like 4 or 5 of them actually in this game, and that was probably the best one he ran. And I know it's kind of funny to me just because that's one of my plays. And obviously, it's not like something that, you know, groundbreaking I came up with on my own, but, you know, it's kind of funny to see somebody else pulling that on me. But again, we go back to this game. You know, I end up running a lot of these this tight set. I can't think of the name of this offhand, and I want to hit him with a Freddie B screen just to show him how it's done, guys. You know, I wait till the third quarter, and this is how you do it. Okay, get the blocking set up. You got to get around, get the corner to the house. Look at that. You let that ugly guy get the big old long touch on you, Freddie B, nightmare. But you know, again here with the little shovel with the one block. I was going back to what I'm saying. This guy, I end up running a lot of this tight set because if you see right there, that fire zone 3, dude, I mean, this is one of those guys, and I've come across a lot of them lately. He just runs the same blitz most of the game. So, you know, I'm going to get heavy on what I find works for it, you know, and then I started finding, you know, like this formation here, a lot of the counters work really good, you know, especially if you can hit the right spin in for the touch, you know. And again, that's also going to be something that Charles in general is going to, you know, exceed at, is basically counters outside, you know, any of that stuff. I mean, that's where he's going to make his money, make his living. I can, you know, like you're seeing right here near the end of the game, I'll do the occasional run. It's not like I don't ever run up the middle. You want to keep them kind of honest, but that's more of something you want to keep a secondary back for. You know, that's what I've always had the Arian Foster for the BCA, and he's been okay. On a rare occasion, he'll break one, but you know, at the request of another YouTube viewer of mine, I did pick up the Jonathan Stewart one today, so I'm going to use that one in the future and see how that one works out. You know, it's cheaper back in there, but it'd be nice to get a little change of pace, especially for the number 2 guy. And again here, you know, you're going to see a lot of the same stuff with the way I use him, and this is what I would recommend on anybody. You know, try and spread, you know, the defenders thin. Try and, you know, get them to contain on the outside, and then just, you know, spin in, roll them in. Just like that, basically. It's not the most difficult thing to pull off. And right there, again, the elusiveness, I can drag him in, then cut back to the right. Again, that's something, because, you know, he has very good control, that you can pull off. You know, you can do a lot of crazy things with the guy, you know, just based on that. You know, it's I can take a lot of inside runs, inside zone runs, and bounce them to the outside pretty easy, which you'll see in one of the next games coming up. So you definitely got a lot of options. And then as far as receiving goes, which I don't really highlight a lot of receiving in this. I think my other video of him, I show more of that. You know, he's a great receiver, though. You know, I normally am running a lot of shorter stuff as far as that. You know, the little halfback angle, safer routes, you know, stuff like that. I like a lot of the halfback contain with the tight end, which is what this one is. This is a new play that I kind of found, and this is going to be another one of the, you know, like I say, a halfback tight end option. You know, it's about a 2-read play. I mean, there's obviously third ones in there, but for the main part, you've got the two people you decide between. So that play I just came up with, got a lot of potential. I'm really going to like that one here. In this game, I use it mainly for the shorter ones, but I'll be able to break them for longer plays depending on, you know, where I'm at in the field and the timing I get. Again, just a little quick stuff with him. Screens. I don't run a lot of base screens. Get out of my way, Freddie. Make a block. There you go. I don't run a lot of straight-up screens. I like modified screens just because they're less obvious when you're running them, you know, unless you've seen my videos a tons of times. And by all means, if any of you guys come against me, I expect you to dominate me because you've seen my plays over and over again. It should be pretty easy to stop at this point. And there again, that's the new play I'm talking about. Basically, they're both running. You have dual wheels coming, and then they're going to hit that corner and turn up. So again, I'm hitting them on short, and I'm actually hitting them on the wrong side of the field. I mean, really, I should be flipping that. And here we go. You know, end of the half, and I'm down on this 3-yard line because of a good punt. And there we go, great play. And then, damn, Eric Berry is just a beast, though, man. The guy's making the move on him, but you know, this whole game he was just lighting me up. And I mean, every time I think I got a breakaway for a touchdown, the guy comes and, you know, he stalks me down. You know, I run the Buchanan because I use my free safety a lot, but I'm giving serious consideration to picking up one of those Eric Berries, man. Unfortunately, you know, he's getting burned a lot, but he's the guy saving him. Again, making all these guys miss. Coming around. Another one. Do we got the touch? No, we don't, because Eric Berry again saves the day for him. I've seen, you know, he's definitely the theme in there. And, you know, he makes a couple good D-line user plays on me. You know, it's not something I would say that I would stick on a lot, you know. But you know what? There is a time, I'll admit, there's a time where, you know, you're better off user and a D lineman on plays like that. It does work out for you. And there we go, 3rd and short. I try to get the pin. He plays it good. Look at that, with that flat buzz. Shuts that down, just showing you what he ran there. That shut it down good. I end up taking the 3 right there. So, you know, this game, we didn't have a lot of possessions each. We both kind of took a lot of clock for our drives. And then we go with the 3rd and 6, and you know, making the big play because I run the blitz on the outside. And look at this one, 4th down. I missed, you know, one of those, you know, shakes me off, and he makes a great play, which allows him to make another play here coming up. And in this one, look at that. I'm 1 yard too deep on my user. I read it perfectly, and I was just a yard too deep to not get the pick. And it ends up biting me. You know, I make the hit right there on the QB, but McCloy does not get there in time, and you know, he actually makes it a game there at that. Good opponent. This was a fun one for me. You know, not high scoring, but there we go again with that new option play. Gets me some yards. 3rd and 2. You know, I need a 1st down. It's going to end this game here. I'm going to let Jamaal. I normally wouldn't, but I'm letting him do it just for the heck of it. You know, and he gets stuffed in the hole, so I have to go for it on 4th down. Back to that Foster, and it's wide open that time. The blocking was just superb there. You know, all in all, guys, when it comes down to this, you know, this is what the struggle with this, and the opinion I had on this one was, is it really worth it to get the 91 versus the 94? And honestly, I'm going to say no, it's not. I mean, I know these are great plays you're seeing. I made these plays with the 91, though, honestly. You're going to pay for a little bit more carry, so if you really got the coin, you want to throw it down for that, by all means, go ahead. There's nothing too wrong. You're not going to notice a lot on the play. I mean, he gets like 5 more trucking, but when you only have 71 to begin with, it doesn't matter. You're not trucking anybody. There was a couple plays where I hit a guy, and you know, it's mainly the elusiveness. They sliding off me there. That's really what you're seeing. Like I said, if they would have given this guy a stamina boost, I would have loved it. But you know, for me, for my style, I love this card. You know, but again, I think you really can get by with the 91, just my opinion. I might hold on to this for a while just because I have it, but I know I have that coin. I can always downgrade, or maybe I'll get crazy down the line and just go for bow and say screw it. Thanks again for checking the review, guys, and we will see you next time.